Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a hidden bead bucktail. The hook I have in the vise is an Octopus hook. This is a size 6. I have a 3mm tungsten bead on there. We're going to tie that bead about in the middle of that hook. And these are really nice. They let that fly sink at a nice I'm going to use transparent thread. You can get this thread at any sewing store, and we're going to put a base of thread down on that flat. You can see it's a little bit tight right there already. Get that about in the middle. I'm going to build up a small lump on the front of it. I'm going to take that thread to the back, and I'm going to lock it in the back there. And I can bring it back to the front. Now you can use a little bit of super glue or Loctite or head cement on there, but you don't need to. It's going to be totally covered. I'm going to take that and turn that over, and we're going to start out. I'm going to use a small bunch of blue and a small bunch of pink, and I have them in my hair stacker already, just very small amounts. We're going to take them out, and I put them both in at the same time. They kind of mingle together. And I'm going to measure the size. I'm going to want that blue right on the bottom. And I want that hair to be about 2 inches long. And I'm going to tie that in. Kind of holding it right up. If you can see in the back of my fingers, it's right there against the vise, and I'm stabbing my finger. Once we get that in there, we can take our bodkin needle and kind of divide that. Try to get that an even division to each side of that hook point. I'm going to hold that down. Then I'm going to bring that thread to the back and secure that in the back. Don't want to pull too hard, because if you pull too hard, you have a chance of flaring the deer hair. And we have half of it hidden already. Going to tidy up this front, and the reason I'm using the clear transparent thread is because this is it will show the colors right through to the nose. I'm going to take a bit of yellow, take some of our yellow bucktail, and you can use any different color combination you want on this fly. Going to size that up. And trim that. Going to go ahead and secure that. Come up to the come up to the bead and go in back of it. And for the final top color, I'm going to use a brown. We're going to put that in the hair stacker. Now, I have a lot of long ones, so I'm going to pull them and then put them back in. Try to get them to size before they go in the hair stacker. And then we're going to put them in the hair stacker. By trying to get them closer in size, it helps to get them into the hair stacker. Otherwise you get hairs going all different ways. Stick them in there. Stack them. If you noticed, I lift up on the inner tube and stack them, and then they're sticking out. And again, I'm going to size them up. It's about 2 inches off the back. I'm going to transfer to my other hand and trim the excess. And we're going to secure them. Come up to the bead and move to the back. Just 2 or 3 wraps is enough. I'm going to move this forward and tie this off. That looks like a little, looks pretty like a lot of thread on the front there, but once the UV cure gets on there, or your head cement, it will shine right through. You won't even see. Now, if you want to make a bleeding gill, I'm going to take some red thread, and I'm going to wrap just in back of the bead. We're going to make a bleeding gill in that way. Go ahead and trim that off. Make that little bit of red on there. Go ahead and tie that off. Now we're going to take, I have holographic eyes, and we're going to put holographic eyes on there. Use your bodkin and put them on the bead more or less. Take the second one and put it on the other side. Now we got them lined up. Now we take our UV cure. And in this case, I'm going to use my Loon UV Cure, UV Fly Finish. And I don't want a real lot on my brush. It's cold in this room and it's winter time, so this is a little thick. Put a little bit on there. Let that level out. And I'll put a little bit underneath. And let that level out. Then I'm going to take my light and I'm going to secure it, and that will secure the eyes. couple of seconds is enough to secure that. Now I'm going to take some more and I'm going to coat that head. And I'm going to go right around the eyes with it. Try not to get it too far back. Like I said, it's pretty cold in this room, and the way to take care of cold Loon UV cure is to put it in a bowl or a cup of hot water, and it will get that nice and nice and thinned out for you. Now I'm going to let that level off. Just kind of rotate my vise to level that off. Once again, when it's thick, it takes a little bit to level it off. I'm going to take my UV light and I take my piece of diamond reflective tape, put that around it and shine my light in there, and then that reflective tape helps to bounce those UV rays back onto the head, and it also protects your eyes by covering over. And now you can see the colors right through that. You can see how the transparent thread disappeared, and you can see the colors right through that UV cure. Like I said, you can tie this in any color combination you want. It makes a nice little streamer. I like them especially in the winter time when it gets above 30 degrees, because I'm getting a little bit too old to go out there in the freezing cold. The only drawback with the Loon UV Cure is that it doesn't have 100% tack-free. The only drawback with the Loon UV Cure is that it doesn't have 100% tack-free. So I'm going to take some Sally Hanson's and coat that with Sally Hanson's. And that layer of Sally Hanson's on top of it is going to keep that shining like it's wet all the time. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.